Logging on to this broadcast on wellscountyvoice.com. Since the onset of COVID-19, we have all had to experience social distancing. And this is true with high school sporting events. Our school administrators are doing their best to keep our kids, teachers, administration, and their families healthy. We are honored to be a part of the solution to contain and overcome this, as well as promote our student athletes. We wouldn't be able to bring this broadcast to you if it wasn't for our sponsors you hear throughout the broadcast. Please shop their businesses, use their services, and tell them thank you.
And a welcome to the courtyard. Tonight it's the 9-1 Norwell Knights taking on the 5-3 Maconaquah Braves, and we are getting set for the semifinal matchup here tonight. Norwell playing back-to-back games here at the courtyard. Actually, 3 straight if you go back to the end of the regular season. Norwell obviously coming in at 9-1. Their only loss in Week 3 at Leo, 17-0. So, you know, a pretty simple trend is when the Knights get on the board, they win. Norwell 9-1, outgained Heritage last week, 438-23. Defense was smothering. The offense was clicking. Max Ringer goes for 250 last week. Bo, you were there, and Norwell looked really dominant.
They really did, and it started up front. You know, we caught a little heat before the game from the lineman coaches not giving them enough credit, but hey, it definitely did start up front. They set the tone early. Just the big boys got it done up front. There was huge holes for Max Ringer to run through, and really just made it a simple night for him. Just a lot of runs up the middle, and they'd go for 20 or 30 yards, and it just seemed like Max would get caught maybe at the 10-yard line. Other than that, he'd probably have 4 touchdowns on the night instead of just that one. But defensively, it started up front as well. Heritage really couldn't get anything rolling, and it was interesting. They threw in a freshman quarterback maybe halfway after the first drive, really, in the first quarter until the fourth quarter. So that was interesting, and Norwell took advantage of that. Maybe a mistake there by Coach Kolkman, and Norwell took advantage of it and ran away with a victory.
So Heritage was very common and familiar with the COVID problems as well. Obviously did not get a lot of practice time before that Saturday matchup. That's why it was played on Saturday night here at the courtyard. So the Knights are playing on a day shorter of rest than they normally would. Norwell, of course, comes in at 9-1. News from Maconaquah today, the school system went all virtual starting today. A lot of the staff members tested positive, but the coaches and athletes were testing negative throughout the corporation, so they are good to go. So they are learning virtually at this point, so they know all about COVID as well. Missed their first 2 games of the season, and what would have been a great matchup with Southwood, who went 10-0 on the season and is still playing their way through the tournament after losing originally their season right before the sectional started, then, of course, tested negative and got back into the tournament. They're still playing here tonight. Maconaquah comes in at 5-3, 4-3 in the regular season, and all those games were from the Three Rivers Conference. The league, again, was won by Southwood. Norwell, of course, out of the Northeast State, and finished with just 1 loss in the conference this year as Leo took the victory in the Northeast State title. Norwell coming off of a 7-game win streak coming into tonight. Norwell was solid all season long. You know, there was a couple of games in there, 2 of the larger comebacks in program history, with a 17-point comeback at East Noble and then a 21-point comeback here in the regular season finale against Columbia City. A lot of grit and determination shown by this Knights team this year.
It really does, and I knew this Norwell team was legit when they're down 17-0 in Kendallville, which is a super tough place to play, and they come back and take control of that game like really at the blink of an eye. And Columbia City game was a good one to test the defense when they were down. Of course, without starting cornerbacks Luke Graft and John Colbert, they are back tonight, which is good news for the Knights. I'm sure you're going to hit on that. Sorry about that. But, yeah, it just shows how good this Norwell team is, and it's good to see them battle through adversity and just know that this team's never out of a ball game.
So that is the that's the headline tonight. Norwell gets Luke Graff, John Colbert back tonight, both starting corners. Norwell had issues at the corners in that Columbia City game. TJ Bedwell and the combination between him and Greg Bolt. Greg Bolt is a stud. That kid is really, really fun to watch, and he'll be playing in college somewhere here after next year. Of course, just a junior, so still some time to hone those skills. Maconaquah comes into tonight a very experienced club. They have 3 seniors in the middle on their line, bookended by 2 juniors at the end. And this is a group that has Carter Little, who needs 19 yards tonight to go for 1,000 on the season. Went way over 1,000 a year ago, and so this is a very quality group. Also of note, 20 takeaways as a defensive unit, and that's pretty impressive in just 8 total games. Last week, dominating Northwestern 43-0 and setting a school record. Carter Little, 6 touchdowns in that game, all on the ground, as he leads the Braves with 981 rushing yards on the season. Nolan Kelly, the starting quarterback, is also a dual threat as well. Norwell's looking to take advantage of Maconaquah's corners tonight. Expect a heavy pass game from the Knights. We'll talk more about that on the other side of this break. Tonight, it is the pregame show is brought to you by pregame show actually is brought to you by Billy Ann's Supper Pub, and that is your home in downtown Bluffton for local Tex-Mex, some of the best burgers in the area, and some of the best American food. Billy Ann's Supper Pub in downtown Bluffton. Let's take a break. Also want to mention tonight, before we get moving, our angel sponsor tonight is Barkley Builders. You'll see their logo, and we'll play their ads throughout the game. Special thanks to them for making this broadcast possible, because it is not cheap to run tournament games. So let's take a break, and we'll return after these words from our sponsors right here on WellsCountyBoys.com.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built Forever home.
If you're tired of being stuck at home, juggling work and school schedules, all while trying to take care of yourself, listen to this. The YMCA understands that 2020 has been difficult, but they're open, they're cleaning, and they're ready for you. They want to help improve your physical and mental health. They're offering a $75 savings if you join the Y in October. Mention this commercial and save. Surround yourself with a community built of family, friends, and staff who can help you enhance your spirit and mind as well as your body. You'll have unlimited access to all YMCAs in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties, free health and wellness screenings, and hundreds of free group exercise classes. Plus, Y members receive priority registration and reduced rates on programs like after-school care, dance, and karate. The Y is so much more than a gym. They're your community. So join in October and save $75. Financial assistance is available to those who qualify. To find the Y nearest you and branch hours, visit fwymca.org.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Cathie.Peterson at SteffenGRP.com.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Hello, this is Tim Steffen Financial Group. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving forward. We must balance staying safe and moving forward towards our needs and goals. We are here to help you with your future planning. Steffen Financial Group, located at 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana, would like to help you with your retirement, Roth IRAs, investments, and savings plans. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Rhonda Vandentop, 260-824-8175. And at that same location is Tim Steffen Insurance. We like to help folks with their personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Corporate headquarters in OSJ 9000 Keystone Crossing, 7th floor, Indianapolis, Indiana 467240. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
And welcome back to our Billy Ann Supper Pub pregame show. We're getting you set for Norwell and Maconaquah. Let's talk a little bit more about the Braves. Maconaquah led this year by a brand-new head coach in Brad Purcell, and Austin Colby was the former man, 16-6 in 2 seasons, so left the program in very good shape. And Maconaquah is in pursuit of their first ever sectional title. They've never won a sectional game. These two teams have met 7 times over the course of their school's history. Norwell has won 6 of them. The two teams used to open the season with each other, the regular season that is, back in the late 90s and early 2000s. They've met in sectional a couple of times. And Maconaquah's only win came in the sectional in 1996. So looking for their first win over Norwell in nearly 25 years. Bo, let's talk about a couple of keys to the game. Norwell has an offensive advantage in this game. They've got a size advantage, and by all accounts are favorites. What do they need to do to advance to the sectional title game, which will face the winner of Oak Hill and Concordia tonight?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing Norwell needs to do is just remain focused. I saw last week against Heritage, the fumble on the first play, maybe going into that game thinking it's already won and you make a silly mistake. You just got to stay focused. The silly penalties we've seen all season don't need to happen tonight. It's a sectional game. It just needs to be serious throughout. Take care of business, really, is all Norwell needs to do. As I talked already last week, they really just controlled the line of scrimmage, and I feel like if they do that tonight, it'll be a quite simple play calling game for head coach Josh Gerber. It's easy to make play calls when you have success on every play, obviously. So. Control the line of scrimmage and control the clock. I'd look for Norwell to try to run the ball a lot. Like you said, maybe weak on corner, Maconaquah, so maybe take a couple shots downfield. But with the success they had last week with Max Ringer on the ground, I'd expect a lot of the same this week. And talking with defensive coordinator Matt Taylor before the game, he was mentioning how the defense is going to be running in power, or heavy is what he calls it. So they'll have probably 4 or 5 down linemen, and Maconaquah I expect to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maconaquah is a very run-heavy team, and we'll talk about that as we get into our offense tonight. Maconaquah will start with the football tonight here at the Courtyard on a night where temperatures are in the lower 40s. We'll be sinking into the upper 30s by the time the game ends tonight. It's a tremendous night for football here on the last Friday night of October, and we're so glad you could join us here on WellsCountyVoice.com. I want to say hello to some friends. Tim Wilson, the principal at Norwell Middle School, has been listening all season. George and Jan Babcock, hello to you. There's a lot of friends and family. Steve Garza, I know, has watched all season long. We certainly appreciate you tuning in here, and you are the reason, along with our sponsors, that this broadcast and all our broadcasts this season have been possible. So let's get rolling here from the Courtyard. We're actually getting rolling just a moment early, which is pretty unusual, but we are underway here at the courtyard. The kickoff is fumbled and then returned out to the 23-yard line, so much to be desired there on the return from the H-back Jared Blake. We'll be seeing some more of his name tonight. And here comes the Maconaquah offense, 5-3 on the season. Nolan Kelly, the starting quarterback, and threw for over 500 yards on the season and 3 touchdowns, but ran an average of 45 a game on the ground as well. Carter Little is the feature running back. This is a Maconaquah team that will work primarily out of the pistol, and that's what we see on our first drive of the night with Carter Little back there, and he gets the call on first down, scampers to the right, escapes a couple of tackles, a couple of missed tackles, and finally finished off near the 28-yard line as nice block over there by Corey Backover as well. Norwell had dry band in on the tackle, but a nice first down gain of 5.
It really is for Maconaquah. I'm sure they'd like to set the tone early. Like you mentioned, they're a run-heavy team, so if they're setting the tone early on the run game, that'll be huge for them.
On the tackle for the Knights. 2nd and 4 from the 29.
Just a picturesque night for football here at the courtyard. Out of the pistol again here on 2nd down. We've got movement,
I think
pre-snap, and it's an illegal substitution. I take that back. It was encroachment. I thought Norwell had gotten somebody on late, so it's encroachment, and this should be enough to give Maconaquah a first down.
Yeah, I think a Norwell guy is lined up over the ball, actually. That's just a silly mistake. I had mentioned in the pregame that doesn't need to happen there for Norwell, but
all right, so the Braves have moved the chains via penalty. Has not been a huge issue for Norwell here, especially in the back half of the season. They had some moments where, and frankly, a lot of those run sportsmanlike penalties. Since the first couple of games of the year, Norwell's been very disciplined in the penalty department. They spread 3 wide, 2 to the left and 1 to the right here on 1st and 10. And Little, not a lot of room there as he gets out to the 35, pickup of a yard on first down.
Tried to run a little counter there with him and didn't quite work out. Good job staying home by the Bolin there on the weak side of the field.
Well, Maconaquah is taking on the number 3 scoring defense in Class 3A, and that is the Norwell Knights, giving up less than 10 points a game. They've only allowed opponents to score in double digits on a total of 4 occasions this year in their 10 games. Out of the pistol on 2nd and 9 from the 35. Looks to pass this time, does Nolan Kelly as he rolls to his left. Kelly on the scamper now turns on the Jets, gets to the edge, and he's going to be just shy of a first down as he hurdles the bench on the sideline. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 1, but a nice gain of 8 for Kelly to set up 3rd and short for the Braves.
It's kind of off topic here, but you don't see this a lot. Kelly's running over to get the play, and that could kind of take a lot out of you as a quarterback. You see teams more than likely using a wide receiver to run the play out, but after every play, he's running over to the sideline to his head coach and getting the play. It's kind of interesting.
Kelly also the starting strong safety defensively for these Maconaquah Braves. 2 in the backfield this time. I check it 3, and that is going nowhere. The H-back, Jared Blake, wrestled down in the backfield, and the Knights force a punt.
Nice job by Zach Christensen. That's a huge play on 3rd down. Good job. Norwell defense standing strong. Maconaquah picks up the first down, but stops them on their next 3 downs. And
watch the ball!
Nice job there, Norwell defense.
All right, so Carter Little is on to punt, and we've already called his name several times. Again, he's also got a number of receptions on the season, but Little is averaging 39 a punt. This is a line drive kick, but it's way away from the return man and Bailey, and it's bouncing back inside the 10. A tremendous punt as it comes to rest near the 7-yard line. How about that?
Wow, got a really nice roll with that punt. I mean, he just booted that thing.
53 yards on the kick. Man, that's a field flipper as it pins Norwell back inside their own 10, so we'll have a long ways to go. And now we see the senior quarterback, Eli Riley, who enters the scene again. He's thrown for over 1,000 yards on the season, and as well as 16 touchdowns, and he has been lethal through the air, especially ever since the Leo game. Really feels like a turning point for this Norwell club, obviously winning 7 straight, but they have really changed what they do in their arsenal as Riley sends Breggy in motion on the first snap. Riley looking to throw for Luke Graff down the sideline. He had him beat, and it's out of his reach. That could have gone for a touchdown as he had at least 2 steps on the junior corner, Nate Myers, And, boy, that was just a fingertip away from being 6 right off the bat.
Yeah, Graft. It's nice to have Luke Graft back. Norwell's definitely missed that deep threat. You know, losing Jace Cheney to that injury last week, it's nice to have a deep threat back on this Norwell offense. And, man, he had him beat right off the jump, just out of his reach.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Bo. Cheney did have a catch for a touchdown last week, had a season-ending injury, and he is in attendance tonight. That's a handoff to the aforementioned Max Ringer, who went for 250 last week, but he only gets 2. And it'll set up 3rd down and long for Norwell. This is not a situation where they've been particularly successful. They've been about 40% on the year, so that's just average. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7. Cool night here in Ossian. Really nice Norwell crowd has shown up, and an average Maconaquah crowd making the rather long trip from Bunker Hill. Ball resting just outside the 10-yard line where it's 3rd and 7 for the Knights. Pistol set. Riley to his right. Design keeper. Gets to the outside as he cuts it upfield, and now he's in space. The umpire got in the way, so did the back judge. Riley's off to the races. 90 yards for a touchdown.
Well, once he got past the first few defenders, I saw him get grabbed on his shoulder pad, got past him, and once that, there was no catching Eli Riley. You talked about how big of a threat he was through the air, but how about with his legs? That was just impressive.
Well, that is a backbreaker for Maconaquah, who had Norwell where they wanted him in 3rd down and long, and Eli Riley makes him pay, and that is his longest run of the season by a wide margin. 63 was the previous long, and it'll bring on Austin DeLeon, the outstanding freshman who's missed just twice this year in the PAT department. 43 of 45. And this one is kind of chunked.
We'll keep you going.
And welcome back to the courtyard. 90-yard touchdown run from Eli Riley on 3rd down and 7. Just back-breaking for Mac. And they will get the ball back here after sputtering a little bit offensively on their first drive. They got a first down via penalty on encroachment from Norwell, and then went 3 downs and out on the next sequence. Maconaquah is a team that likes to put up the points. They average 30 a game, and that includes, again, 43 last week. They have a season high of 55 when they knocked off North Miami in the middle of the year. But this is a very stout Norwell defense they're facing, as Josh Scott is on to kick it off for Norwell. He's been outstanding as well. Norwell has had a couple of really good kickers this year, and that is not an easy thing to find at a 3A school. Sun setting to our west. This one's a rather short kick, and will be fielded near the 18-yard line and ahead of steam this time, but he cuts it to the outside. That's the quarterback, Nolan Kelly. Gets out of a tackle, but he's going the wrong direction. Backwards. Now tries to reverse field, gets a block, cuts up, and runs a long way to get out to the 25-yard line.
Wow. I mean, he's a do-it-all man for this Maconaquah team right now. He's returning kicks and starting quarterback, but hey, nice job by the Knights return team staying home.
All right, so Mac's second drive begins with 8.5 to go here in this opening frame, as Maconaquah is looking to kind of pressure the Norwell defense a little more. Didn't have a ton of success. Did have the nice scamper on 2nd down from Nolan Kelly. That brought up 3rd down and short, and then, of course, they were unable to convert.
Always supportive and positive. Thank you for practicing good sportsmanship.
They'll come out of the pistol as Carter Little in the backfield. We got 3 receivers split to the left and 1 to the right. Bit of a wobbling snap, and Kelly swallowed up in the backfield. Nowhere to go, and he gets pushed down. Zach Christensen making first effort, and a loss of 6 on 1st down.
Nice job by Zach Christensen. That's his second big-time play already in this game, and this is only the second time Maconaquah's had the ball. Nice job, and I know last week called his name a lot and Brody Bolin a lot as well. I'd look for him to have another 2 big-time games tonight.
Norwell a 40-0 victory over Heritage last week, who they beat 35-7 in the regular season. Did not allow an offensive touchdown in either one of those games. Heritage finished with just 2 wins. The winner again tonight will take on Concordia or Oak Hill. Of course, Concordia is without their head coach Tim Manigal tonight at Oak Hill. There's a handoff to the right, and a pretty good head of steam, but then ran into a wall at the 21-yard line. Brody Bolin in to make the tackle. And it's going to be Mac playing from behind the sticks on 3rd and long.
This is exactly where the Norwell defense wants them. They're forcing Maconaquah to essentially just pass the ball, and they know that's not Maconaquah's strength. And I'd look for a couple of maybe linebackers crossing on a blitz or something to try to hit home on this quarterback. We know he likes to scramble rather than maybe pass the ball, so watch for the blitzes here.
Norwell dialing up the pressure. It's a floater out here to the H-back, and it's caught, wrestled down near the 33-yard line. Pretty good game, but short of the first down. And Mac is keeping the offense on the field here.
This would be a really interesting call.
Yeah,
here.
this is rolling the dice early
I see
in
the
game.
coach over there thinking about it, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah, I think you just got to do it.
Maybe not.
Well, maybe not. Yeah, ball's resting on the 33.
Yeah.
They need to get to the 35. We'll see if they run this down and maybe call a timeout.
Yeah, I heard Norwell fans saying don't jump. This is especially important here.
Could also, yeah.
Oh,
that's
he
a false
false started.
start. So, yeah.
That's a fumble.
No, it's not a fumble. It's a snap infraction. As all blue jumped on the football. Maconaquah in their road white and sky blue pants. This is a pretty easy call. We'll hear from our white hat, Phil Hall. Yeah, this is not a fumble. It's a snap infraction.
Yeah.
So you hear
The
some
penalty
Norwell
was
fans
thrown.
saying it's a fumble, but
Yeah.
that is not a live ball. And now they will officially bring on the punt team.
Yeah, so I think they were trying to maybe get Norwell to jump off sides there, and center just got ahead of himself there. But nice job by the Norwell defense again, standing strong, and we'll see how big of a punt the Maconaquah punter can get this time, as he had a 53-yarder last time.
That's right. Little boomed one and had a tremendous bounce. It bounced all the way back to the 7-yard line. This one is a much higher. Boy, that is a great-looking kick. Fair catch called for by Leighton Bailey back at the 30-yard line. It's another nice kick, and he goes for 42 yards this time. And so Norwell will start back at their own 30-yard line.
I mean, that's impressive. 42 yards through the air. That ball didn't even bounce. Yeah, that's impressive. Nice leg by Maconaquah. That'll definitely help him out throughout the night. But nice shot by Bailey there, making sure that didn't bounce. And
so Norwell bends a little bit on third down that time, but then the snap infraction costs any chance if Maconaquah would have actually gone for it anyway. We'll never know the answer to that question. Derek Deckard alongside Christian Bohanna tonight. Sectional 27 semifinal here at the Courtyard in Ossian. Ringer, a strong run. A flag comes in back near the line of scrimmage as Ringer was taken down after a gain of 4.
That's better.
Might have been a face mask. I saw him kind of turn his head. He might have. Yeah.
Good call, Bo. This will be of the 5-yard variety. So that'll be added at the end of the run. So this will set up second down and about 1.
Be a good first down play there for Norwell. Little help by the penalty.
I take that back, Bo. Now he calls it a
15.
personal foul, so that'll move the chains. So the initial signal was for just the 5-yard variety, but Phil Hall tells us it is a personal foul, and that moves the ball all the way out to the 49-yard line. Not quite halfway through our opening quarter here tonight at the Courtyard. And Norwell quick to the line of scrimmage. They'll send 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Haven't seen this set up a ton with trips. Riley, screen pass. Graft has it with a burst of speed, makes a step to the outside. A penalty marker comes in near midfield. He has the first down, but this one's probably coming back.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a holdout on the edge. But I was just about to say watch the screen, and they snapped the ball, because that's a great formation for a screen play, especially to one of your best playmakers in Luke Graft.
So it is officially a block in the back. This will back Norwell up. Set up first down and just shy of 20. So again, we talked about Norwell being pretty disciplined in the penalty department. We've seen a handful of penalties here early on both teams. Norwell again looking for 8 straight wins, and Maconaquah seeking their first ever sectional title. This is, again, a very experienced group. They start 7 seniors and 4 juniors on offense, and most of these guys are two-way players for Mac. Back to the pistol for Norwell on 1st and 17. Riley designed keeper to the left, slips through a tackle. Riley to the outside, has the first down and more, steps out. Back close to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 18, and that's good enough for a Norwell first down.
I absolutely love the quarterback draw on Norwell Knight's run. It has success 9 times out of 10. I've preached it all year if you've been listening to the broadcasts, and man, it's always called at the right time, it seems like, too, as Maconaquah maybe expecting a pass and second and long, and just great play call.
So Norwell had some ball security issues last week and fumbled it 4 times. And so that's not been a problem. Norwell has been plus 11 in the turnover department. There's a deep ball for Miles Babcock, who runs under it, but it goes through his hands, and it falls incomplete.
Man, that was a great ball by Eli Riley. He couldn't have placed that any better. Babcock had 2 steps on him as well, too. Man, well, just right in the bread basket and couldn't haul it in. That's a tough break for Norwell.
Nate Myers and Braden Betzner have had a difficult start on the outside trying to slow down this Norwell offense. I'm telling you, we talked about it pregame with the Norwell coaching staff, and Maconaquah likes to play press man on the outside, and that is
no deep safeties either, which is
that's what I'm saying. You get beat over the top, and you're done.
If you look at the top of the field, I mean, Luke Graff just playing press right there.
You're talking about guys with incredible speed, too. There's a toss to Ringer, who has a couple blocks, gets to the outside, now turns the corner, backs inside to the 20, and dragged out of bounds near the 16-yard line. Tremendous gain for Max Ringer, and Norwell starting to gash Max defense.
Nice job by Max Ringer. Got the edge and turned it upfield just at the right time. Good blocks on the edge there by the receivers, and nice gain.
So that sets Norwell up near the 16-yard line. Norwell is not having a lot of difficulty moving the football here in the opening quarter. Just over halfway through. And this is a strength of the Norwell team that we really didn't expect this year. We knew this was going to be a team built on its defensive identity, but the offense has not disappointed at all.
Not at all.
Ringer through a gaping hole inside the 10 and falling forward near the 7-yard line, just shy of another first down.
You know, when Norwell, as you just mentioned, the success they've had on offense, when Norwell has that success, it all starts up front. And really, you saw that hole. Ringer just had that, he just bursted through. It's simple running for Max Ringer when he looks ahead of him and there's no defenders, at least for 10 yards down the field. And that just speaks strides to the offensive line for Norwell.
Ringer, counter. Bragy's going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown. Way too easy on the counter as Maconaquah sold out, and Norwell's on top 13-0.
Wow. All sold out on Ringer, and that's what having a threat like Ringer does to defenses. They try to stop the 250-yard rusher there and don't even have a shot at it. I'm not sure they knew who got the ball there.
Boy, that was not a pretty-looking defensive possession for Maconaquah. And Austin DeLeon is on to try to tack on the PAT. Talked about the fact that he was the goal-scoring leader for the Norwell Soccer Club this year. Jamie Feldheiser leading Norwell to a all-time best conference finish. He finished in second place as DeLeon makes it 14. While we have a moment, let's hear from another sponsor on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Ossian State Bank takes great pride in supporting our local football programs. We are the only community bank headquartered in Wells County. We've had the same name and downtown location for over 108 years. Ossian State Bank has given in excess of $1 million of contributions back to the community. We are locally owned and operated by many of your friends and neighbors. Stop in soon to see what makes Ossian State Bank special. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
4:47 left here in the first quarter. Norwell has not had a lot of trouble here against Maconaquah in the first couple minutes. But the Braves are certainly not out of it yet. They're just going to need a nice drive at some point, and that's a difficult thing to do against a top 5 Norwell defense.
Yeah, I mean, their first drive they pick up the first down with 8 of a penalty, but the second drive it's a 3 and out, and that's tough, especially like you said against the talent the Norwell offense has. And man, Norwell is going to easily take control of this game if Maconaquah doesn't switch something up quick. And you know Maconaquah's feeling the pressure. Yeah. I mean, home game for Norwell. The crowd's in it, and nice crowd on hand for Norwell, by the way.
Especially considering the cool evening we've got here, although it's October football, and I think a lot of folks realize, hey, remember, we didn't talk about this at the beginning. Norwell is having their first winning season in 11 years, and they have been one of the best turnaround stories in the entire northeast portion of the state this year, as they are threatening to go 10-1 here to start their season with the sectional championship looming. We got a whistle.
Yeah. Hey, it's of note. They last week against Heritage, Norwell executed a perfect pooch kick. And that's of note. I mean, this pooch kick last week was perfect, so you know that's in their arsenal.
Good call, Bo. This one is kicked deep. Back inside the 20. Returned by Kelly. Sprints to the outside and then gets met with a vengeance. That's Joel Rinkenberger making the tackle out there. And take that back. I think it's Isaiah Brady.
Yeah, we always get them mixed up.
It's so difficult. Okay, well, whatever. I guessed and I gambled and I got it wrong. That's why I'm not a gambling man. We're out to the 28-yard line.
You know what? You know, as Joel Rinkenberger just walked on the field, it was Isaiah Brady.
Yeah,
that made the tackle. So
I don't even know why I try anymore. I mean, I've called 10 of these things. You think I'd learn at some point.
10 at the 28-yard line.
On a personal note, good to be back in the saddle here at the Courtyard this week after a week off. There's a handoff to the left as Jared Blake gets nowhere.
Yeah, no wideouts there. None at all for Maconaquah on that first down play. Maybe trying to run some power-heavy offense and against this stout Norwell defensive line. It's not. I don't see it having a lot of success. As the teams we've seen do that have success was really just Leo, and I think they had a bigger offensive line than we had. Than Norwell had a defensive line. So.
Well, and let's be realistic. Leo didn't push Norwell around offensively.
And that's
Norwell
true.
just didn't get anything on
that's
their
true.
offensive
They really
side
only
of the
had
ball.
that one drive.
Right, they had one great drive the entire game. Long to the outside is Kelly. Oh, my goodness. Rinkenberger drives him into the turf after a gain of maybe a yard.
That is a fundamentally sound tackle by Joel Rinkenberger. He kept his feet moving. He was just as low, if not lower, than the quarterback there, and he just drove him backwards.
Rink is built as strong as they come, 6'1", 203, and Kelly is listed at 5'10", $155. But that might be kind of generous. This is not a physically intimidating guy, but has a lot of speed, and he's going to need to showcase some speed here on 3rd down and 9 to keep this MAC drive alive. Out of the gun. Little dancing screen pass, and there is nowhere to go. I'm telling you, Carter Little was covered, and that is just textbook defense by the Knights. Nothing doing for the Braves on any of their first 3 drives.
Norwell is just setting the tone up front and owning Maconaquah's offensive line, Maconaquah's offensive line right now is just. Man.
We're a little more familiar with Ole Miss in this parts. Obviously, in the basketball sectional, there's a punt, and this one's a line drive after a high snap. Still takes a decent bounce. This is not his best effort. It's going to be fielded and returned by Bailey. He gets a couple of yards on the return and puts Norwell all the way out to the 46-yard line. So excellent starting field position again for Norwell.
Yeah, not the worst idea by Bailey. If he'd had a little more room on the sideline, I think it would have been a better return. He just simply ran out of room. He's got a nice hop from the. It looked like more of a rugby-style kick. I don't think he intended that for me.
Right.
It definitely would have rolled another at least 10 yards if Bailey didn't field that on that hop. So smart by him and great starting field position for the Norwell offense, and that just speaks strides to their defense.
So it'll be interesting to see Norwell's approach here on this 3rd drive. And I would imagine Norwell gets more run-heavy as the game progresses, especially if the lead grows.
Wouldn't surprise me for them to take a shot right now.
There's a penalty. Pre-snap motion.
Yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me on 1st down for Norwell to take a shot. Maybe not after the penalty here, but get as big of a lead early as they can and rely on their defense to coast the rest of the way.
So, again, Norwell playing from behind the sticks here, but the last time this happened didn't turn out well. 90-yard touchdown run for Norwell on their opening drive by the senior quarterback Eli Riley, as he is averaging close to 60 yards a game on the ground, so that just made up for that all in one play. 2.5 to go here in this first quarter. Norwell up 14-0. And I think the Knights are going to have to burn a timeout as the play clock was inside of 5. And with that being said, let's take a quick break and return on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Farms, an online meat market, has a heart for people and a focus to provide a variety of locally raised, 100% grass-fed or grain-fed beef, pork, and poultry. Their shopping experience is easy. Simply visit HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com, fill up your cart with high-quality, locally raised meats, and choose to have it delivered in an insulated box right to your front door. Or you can pick it up in Bluffton or Huntington. You can find recipes and cooking tips by following them on Facebook and Instagram. Begin cooking with confidence. Hoosier Creek Farms, high quality, locally raised meats. HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com.
Welcome back here to the courtyard. 2:39 left in our first quarter. Norwell has been dominant in the game so far as they lead it by a couple of scores. 1st and 15 back on the 41-yard line here after the pre-snap penalty and then a timeout called by Coach Gerber. So it's really the first sign of kind of break in the Norwell offensive flow so far tonight. So 1st and long, Bo Morgan in motion again. Looks like the same setup of the same play as Morgan gets the screen pass and gallops in stride, taken down near the 50-yard line. Pretty tough tackle by Carter Little, who is, again, also the running back and defensively serves as the free safety, tracking Morgan as he came across the field. Pickup of 8 on first down, so it makes second and manageable.
Yeah, that was a nice first down play by Norwell. You know, they stop getting at least half of that back, make second down manageable, like you said.
Ringer, the lone man in the backfield this time, with Pregame in motion before the snap. That was a false start. That one's on Luke Graff, but you can hard to blame him. I mean, still knocking off the rust here in his first game in 4 weeks.
I think he might have been going on a go route and got a little anxious and tried to take off a little too early, but with the way these Maconaquah cornerbacks have been playing tonight, I don't think he needs to take off early. I think he just needs to wait till the ball snapped and simply run his route.
You know, Bo, and kind of surprising because there just hasn't been all that much adjustment by the Maconaquah defensive scheme. They run a 3-4. Again, press man coverage on the outside, but again, you've been toasted twice, and it really hasn't worked out either time for Norwell. This time a little softer on the edge. Riley looking to throw a deep ball to Luke Graff again, though, inside the 20. And that time a nice play made by the safety, Nolan Kelly, coming over to break it up as the corner was beat, but Kelly came in to get his hand on it, brings up 3rd and long.
Well, as you just talked, Maconaquah not adjusting. They adjusted there with having a safety over top. They didn't have that early on in this game, and nice job by them adjusting and double-teaming Graff, realizing that he's Norwell's biggest deep threat.
So, yeah, again, and this is a team that, at least on film, did not see Luke Graff. I know, I'm sure they knew about his stats. He is still the offensive receiving leader, despite missing 3 games. 22 catches for 437 on the year coming in.
You got to fix the shoulder pad here on Graff.
Yep. 3rd down and 12, back at the 44-yard line. got a conflicting conflicting messages from the official here. Here's a boot. Riley escapes pressure, throws across his body, caught by Miles Babcock for a first down. That was impressive arm strength showcased by Riley, and the Knights move the chains. Nice pitch and catch of 15 yards to Babcock.
Impressive arm strength and an impressive adjustment by Babcock as that ball was kind of thrown behind him, just securing the catch, not really worrying about yards after the catch, as he knew he had that first down if he just catches it and falls down, and that's simply what he did. Nice job. Nice play there.
It's just Babcock's 4th grab of the season, and his longest one as well. So good for Babcock. Had a really nice game at East Noble and was instrumental in part of Norwell's comeback. Riley looking to throw a deep ball. This one over the middle. Wide open. Isaiah Pregame makes a man miss at the 30. Plants his foot inside the 20. Still trucking along. Twisted down near the 18-yard line. Too easy. Isaiah Pregame caught it in space and had plenty of room to run.
He had one defender on him, but he wasn't within 5 yards. That's simple pitch and catch there for Riley to Pregame, and put his head down, made a couple nice moves. Nice moves from the big fella.
Inside of a minute left here in this first quarter. Ball resting on the 18-yard line. Knights are in the red zone for a 3rd time here tonight. Threatening to score again. Ringer gets the call. Not a lot of room there, but we talk about that all the time. There's not a lot of room there, and he gets met at the line of scrimmage. Still falls forward for a gain of 3.
It's impressive. It simply is. And against better teams, that pays off. Maybe not tonight, as Norwell's just really controlling the line of scrimmage and getting as much success as they want, but against better teams, that really does pay off.
So Norwell does not have to run another play here before the quarter expires, but it seems as they're going to. That's Klein Neuenschwander out wide to the left, and 2 receivers split to the right, and they get Maconaquah to jump. So this will set up 2nd down and really short.
Yep, it's going to be encroachment there on Maconaquah. Good call, and make 2nd down even easier for Norwell.
Looked like Braxton Caldwell, the defensive tackle.
You mentioned Neuenschwander here in the near side of the field. I wouldn't mind seeing a slant to him as he's way out there, and the inside or the outside linebacker is really pinched in, really focusing on the run. Maybe a play action to hit him with a quick slant or a RPO. They'll take this to the end of the quarter.
And that they will. And so we'll take a break and return. We'll hear from Daniels Jewelers here. Thanks for joining us. Night's up big already on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniels Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
You don't have to sit at your desktop to listen to games on the Voice Sports Network. Take the game wherever you go. There are multiple ways to tune in. On your laptop, your tablet, or even on your smartphone. Tune into games on the Voice Sports Network at work, in your car, or even at the game. Be sure to tell your friends and family, and thanks for choosing the Voice Sports Network.
Welcome back to the courtyard. Starting the second quarter, Norwell knocking on the door for a third time already tonight, as Norwell is looking to extend their lead to 3 scores. Also an update down from Converse, rather. Oak Hill is trailing Concordia after one quarter, 7-0. So that's obviously a game to keep an eye on. The winner of that game will meet the winner of this one in the sectional title game next Friday night. And the winner of this game will go on the road. Riley, handoff, quick handoff. Ringer trucking towards the end zone, just shy. He gets a first down. He's inside the 1. And Norwell's going to try to go quick here.
Yeah, QB sneak here with Riley, I'd expect.
Clock on the move. Norwell's had tremendous success with that. Riley, not a great snap, and I don't think he did get in.
Yeah, he got in. He snuck his way in. It's not a typical quarterback sneak where he just gets the ball and pushes forward. He kind of goes to the left a little bit behind two his best linemen on that left side and finds a hole, squeaks in there for a nice score. Nice drive there by Norwell.
Well, this has been pretty much domination from minute 1 here tonight. Maconaquah had a first down on their first drive, and that's really been the bright spot so far, and that was off of a penalty. Austin DeLeon is on again for Norwell. Decent pressure applied that time, but DeLeon is good. And so it is 21-0 Norwell already here on Wells County Voice. Take a break and return on the Voice.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Knights up 21-0 here at the courtyard and continue to extend their lead. Bo, this has been nothing but domination again here in the sectional semifinal, and Norwell is threatening to be able to put it on cruise control already here in this first half.
Yeah, they've dominated the line of scrimmage, as I mentioned pregame and talked about last week, as that's what they did last week. And controls the pace of the game. It obviously does here, as Maconaquah has no match for the big boys up front for Norwell on either side of the ball, and it's definitely showed on the scoreboard.
So Scott is on to kick it off again for Norwell, and it has been a balanced attack so far for the Knights. 3 men back for Maconaquah this time. Here comes the pooch.
Yep.
As it's drilled out, and it's bouncing, and a great grab made out here at the 42-yard line. That was a tremendous catch by Corey Backover, the starting outside linebacker on special teams, and saves what could have been a disastrous play for Mac.
Man, that's similar to the last kick Josh Scott had last week against Heritage, where it was perfectly executed. that time Maconaquah was ready for it. Heritage was not ready for it last week. That's why Norwell was able to recover. But, man, like you said, great play there by Maconaquah.
Yeah, Braves.
Good field position.
Yeah, right. I think the Braves saw that one on film. But that's a good thing for Norwell to have in the arsenal, obviously,
definitely.
as we go forward deeper into this tournament. Play action for Kelly, slings it left, and that is incomplete. Just hit the ground. And he was looking for Braden Betzner, who is the leading receiver for this Maconaquah squad.
Man, he was wide open. I had
Wide
kind
open.
of a breakdown in Norwell's defense. Somebody didn't handle an assignment right. I think maybe it was one of the outside linebackers that didn't drop back into coverage. But, man, if he completes that, that's a good gain. And you got to believe Maconaquah can maybe pass the ball then.
No doubt.
They're thinking that, gain some confidence in their passing game, and they make that catch.
2nd and 10 out of the pistol. Handoff. Outside. Little. And drug backwards. Out to close to the 45. Give him 4 now. Late penalty flag comes in. I think this is going to go against Norwell, judging on the reaction of the Brave fans.
48.
I'm not sure. I see the Maconaquah head coach arguing something.
Forced out by the Knights 9.
It's kind of far away from us in our vantage point here. Obviously the opposite sideline. We're situated near the 45 on the Norwell side of the courtyard.
Well, the sticks
They're
are
moving the chains.
Yep.
I think this is going to go against Norwell.
And as you mentioned, here comes another personal foul. You can hear head coach Josh Gerber saying, "Get him a sub." We haven't seen that a lot this season.
So it was Joel Rinkenberger, apparently. And we talk about it. Rink has had his fair share of problems in that department, along with a host of other Knights.
He's just too good of a player to do that. It simply can't happen, especially you're already up 21-0 with 11 minutes left.
And this
in the
is the this is the time of game that it starts happening for Norwell. We talk about it all the time.
Man.
And this puts Maconaquah in scoring position. There's an option in the backfield and swallowed up as Carter Little. So Maconaquah is starting to throw some different things at Norwell here.
Yeah.
Different looks offensively. I like mixing it up. They've had a little bit of success, and they showed some poise with maybe the pass, but not a lot has come together in execution. But I like the fact that Coach Brad Purcell's willing to mix it up.
Try something different. Yeah, last week against Norwell was facing Heritage. You didn't see that from Heritage. They threw in a freshman quarterback and were really limited in what they could do. And it's good to see Maconaquah mixing it up, like you said.
Heritage looking at next year, and there's just no doubt about that. This Maconaquah team, 5-3, again had a really nice season in the TRC. Rolling to his right is Kelly, flips it to Jared Blake, who is bumped out of bounds, and not a very generous spot. It's back near the 38-yard line, so they'll only credit him with 2 yards. Looked like it was going to be more than that.
Yeah, must have stepped out back there. Line judge over there on it.
So 3rd down and long, but I would imagine, unless a big loss here, it's probably 4-down territory for Mac.
I'd imagine 2 down, 21-0 already.
Many things become 4-down territory in a sectional game.
Definitely. You got to make something happen, be more aggressive than you originally planned. This is
Kelly scrambling, now floats it wide open down there and caught! Down near the 20-yard line, Carter Little slipped out of the backfield, and he was wide open. Another coverage breakdown for Norwell.
It's another one, and you got to believe Norwell comes away winning this game. Whoever wins that Oak Hill Quarry game is going to look at this film saying, hey, look.
There were some gaping gaps in this Norwell defense so far.
It's got to be on the linebackers. I mean, I see the defensive backs dropping back. I think they're running a man. I'm not definitely sure if they're running a zone or what, but there's definitely breakdowns, and some adjustments are going to have to be made if Maconaquah keeps having success.
Ball resting on the 22. Carter Little gets the ball on 1st down. Pretty nice gain of 3 or 4.
Well, as you mentioned, Maconaquah needed a put together a nice drive, and that's what they're doing right now. It's in progress.
The Braves need to get in the end zone here. There's no way around that. I mean, Norwell's up 21-0. They go up 28. You're in total danger time because we talk about the running clock too. If you get to that running clock, the game's basically over. Kelly, check it, that's Jared Blake, the H-back, for a couple more.
Maconaquah in that power set again, just looking to just try to jam the ball down Norwell's throats. We haven't seen a lot of teams have success doing that. Interesting. Maconaquah's trying it, but hey, if they're going to have success in it, then why go away from it? For them to spread it out a little more, as they've seen they can have some success passing the ball out of the gun here.
Again, already down 14, or 21 rather, probably 4-down territory. Kelly, pretty weak snap, being chased in the backfield. Norwell missed him. Now he reverses field. Couple receivers wide open, now just tosses it up near a wide receiver in Little, so not intentional grounding.
Wow.
But, man, he got chased, and he was way back near the 35-yard line. Scampered back 20 yards.
That was some pretty good arm strength there as he's falling backwards and was able to throw that across the field out of bounds. Man.
So Maconaquah does have a place kicker in Richie Leary, who's 2 for 4 on the year, has range of close to 40 yards, but he's missed his last 2, and the fact that Norwell is already up 21-0 makes this an easy call for Brad Purcell. In motion is Blake before the snap. Again, a weak snap. Kelly flushed right away, now tries to tuck it, and he's got nowhere to go. The edge is cut off by Joel Rinkenberger, who redeems himself after the silly penalty and forces the turnover on down to the 21-yard line.
I was going to say, it always seems to go that way. You know, Norwell gets a personal foul, and then that player is able to come back on the field and make up for that. It's just, imagine if they didn't commit those personal fouls, where they'd be. But, man, so nice job, Joel Rinkenberger.
Pardon me, Bo. So the Knights take over on downs, and Maconaquah's best scoring chance, and they cannot get anything out of it. As we talked about, now you're in serious danger time because that needed to go into the end zone for the Braves. Out of the pistol on first down. Riley now slings it across the middle. Crossing route for Bo Morgan. Caught now near midfield. Pitch and catch of 29 on first down to move the chain.
Nice job by Eli Riley stepping up in the pocket. A lot of times we see him tuck that ball and run, but he kept his eyes downfield there. Found Bo Morgan cutting across the field. Nice pitch and catch for
49-yard line.
Good pickup. And
a 28-yard gain on the play.
You know, I saw Isaiah Breggy lined up as a tight end there down with the line. It looks like he's maybe H-back now, but haven't seen that a lot this year, and he was open on a wheel route as well.
Under center comes Riley this time. Predictable run set. Ringer dragging defenders forward. Ringer's just a strong young man.
Yeah.
And that's showcased right there as he took Garrett Spahn for a ride down near the 46.
3 guys on his back, and he carried him for 5 yards. He was met at the line of scrimmage, too, and that just speaks strides to how physical of a runner Max Ringer is.
Second down and 5.
Second and 5.
As Riley looks like he's going to go back to the pistol here. 2 receivers split to the left, and 1 to the right. It's Graft and Morgan to the left and Babcock to the right. Design keeper to the left, and Riley spinning his way through traffic and takes a bit of a lick near the first down marker, but will successfully move the chains on a pickup of 6.
Nice job picking up the first down there for Norwell. And
a 6-yard gain and first and 10 for Norwell.
Just keep marching, and man, another score in the end zone. You got to believe would really deflate this Maconaquah team. They got a little confidence back there in that last offensive drive as they saw that they could move the ball a little bit, but defense bends, not breaks. And
oh, that was some good deception that time, and then Luke Graff bursts through the defense, and he's through defenders, and he's going to go the distance. Luke Graff for 40 yards and a touchdown.
Penalty.
And you're right,
Bo. Hold on Norwell.
I didn't see the penalty marker back near the 40.
Kind of blended in.
Yeah, it did. It's right on the yard line, and so it's going to cost Norwell a touchdown as Eli Riley never moved. He obviously saw the penalty. Phil Hall's our white hat tonight, and he will back Norwell up.
What a hard, tough run by Luke Graff. You can't even tell he missed 3 weeks, man. He's just picking up right where he left off. Tough that it gets called back, but nice run.
All right, so we'll set up first and 20.
50-yard line.
Well, has put themselves in several situations tonight that haven't been all that, not great situations for your offense. Again, this is a Norwell team that we talked about did not have a lot of penalties in the regular season, but they've had a slew of them here tonight. Quick handoff, and boy, Isaiah Breggy is moving inside the 40 down to the 37. Easy gain of 13, and it just, again, aside from the penalties tonight that have helped Maconaquah out a little bit, Norwell up front is just way more dominant than Mac.
He really is. That was a huge hole up the middle, and he doesn't need a big hole to get through, and he did it there. And
to the 37-yard line.
The only thing, maybe if I can make a critique about Isaiah Reggie, is just put your head down and go north and south. He's bigger than most of these Maconaquah defenders, especially when he gets to their secondary. He's kind of trying to go east and west there, but, man, if he just puts his head down and goes, he's –
Again, another strong young man, 6'2", 185. Reverse. Morgan has a huge space opening, and then a huge block. Morgan into the end zone.
And a flag comes out.
Oh, right near the 5. So the Knights are going to have their second touchdown come back. But this one is going to be a lot closer to the end zone. So
it's still going to be a first down.
Yeah, it'll set them up in the red zone. But, man, Norwell has had a number of penalties here in this first half.
I'm not sure about what the penalty he's going to call. I don't know.
Well, it's been a pretty tightly called first half. A block in the back is the call.
That's tough.
So that will be spotted from about the 7-yard line, maybe the 6. So Norwell will be in the red zone. But it takes away a bit from a run. So it'll go down as a run of about 21 for Bo Morgan.
Looks like they're spotted maybe at the 17.
Yep. So call it 20 on the run for Morgan on the reverse. And now it's 1st and 10. So, again, Norwell has had his first half that have hurt him big time, and now 2 of them have taken away touchdowns on this drive alone. Riley comes under center here on first down. Babcock in the slot to the right. It's a handoff to Ringer. Ringer tries to cut to the outside and then back in and dragging defenders down near the 10. That's just a strong run by Max Ringer.
I'd love to see the stat. It'd be quite advanced stat, but on how many yards after contact he has this season.
Yeah, that's a top level NFL stat.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
And welcome back. 28-0 Norwell. Bo, we thought we might get a little bit more of a competitive game tonight, but the Knights have come out focused, determined, and they've been dominant so far here tonight.
They really have, and it's good to see. As I mentioned, the key to the game is them remaining focused. And, the game's far from over, but at this point they have remained focused. A couple penalties that call some touchdowns back, but they don't live on the past or dwell on the past. They just look to the future, and that's what this Norwell team's done all year, and it's rang true. They've had success doing it, so.
So, bit of a lag here between drives. And finally, Scott is on to kick it off here for Norwell. Trying to continue to find updates on that Oak Hill game tonight. That was the last update we had at the end of the first quarter. Concordia was leading 7-0. Scott puts his right foot into it. This is a really good kick. Back inside the 10, and it is returnable. Stepping through a defender is Little. Out across the 30, and he's still on his feet. How is he not down? Finally steps out. I can't believe he wasn't out near the 35. I kind of gave up on the play. That is by far Mac's best play of the night, and it comes on special teams, and they're going to mark him out near the 47-yard line. So a great return of close to 40 yards by Carter Little.
I mean, he just would not go down. Talk about yards after contact. That was huge. Broke a couple tackles. You don't see that a lot in Norwell's kickoff team.
No.
But, man.
All right, so do have an update. Close to halftime, and Concordia is still up 7-0. Couple interceptions by Oak Hill in this quarter, so becoming a defensive battle down in Converse. 1st and 10 for Mac.
Wildcat.
Yes, it is, and that did not go anywhere. Quinn Dryban got him first. Zach Christensen finished him off, stood him up back near the 44-yard line, and that was doomed from the start as Carter Little just didn't have anywhere to go.
Mac trying to do a little deception, and his quarterback was back there, but he just went off in motion, and that's when I realized it was Wildcat. Nice job there.
It's worth noting, Bo, that Little does have 2 touchdown passes on the season, and they are both to the quarterback, Nolan Kelly. So kind of a designed play there that they try to run. Haven't done it in a few weeks. Kelly rolling to his left, and now a big flag comes in from the line judge. Kelly's running all over the place.
Oh, and he gets
walloped near the 45.
Absolutely
Zach Christensen
hammered.
Destroyed him.
Wow.
We've got a penalty back near the 40.
I think it's going to be a hold, in those penalties like that. Maybe a hold here on Mac, but man, huge hit.
Wow. So I assume Norwell's going to accept the penalty here.
Yeah.
Josh Gerber is talking to Phil Hall, the White Hat, tonight. It's either going to be third and about 12 or second and a mile. And they're going to try to push him back. So they will accept the penalty.
It's from the spot, so it's going to be a while.
So you're talking about probably second and 27 coming up. That is a long way to go for a Brave offense that has sputtered, and they have negated some of that that great kickoff return that got them in their best field position of the night.
Yeah, all the way back to the 30-yard line. That's tough for Maconaquah there. It's hard to recover from. We'll see what they do here on second down. This is a critical down for them to at least get half back.
A lot of penalties in our first half tonight. Kelly looking to throw. He completes it out to the right, and he's just got nowhere to go.
Norwell is just staying home, man. They realize the screen is, they teach you as a defensive lineman, if it feels too easy, it probably is. And they did a nice job backpedaling and backtracking to that screen, taking the tackle.
So, Bo, here comes a timeout called by Mac, and we'll take a break. I'm going to bring up an interesting scenario when we come back, so that's how you write a professional tease. We're back in a moment on The Voice.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nick Altair, and I'm proud to join the team here at Corrective Chiropractic. Our goal is to figure out what is causing your pain and restore movement to the optimal level. From infants to older adults, chiropractic is a safe way to manage growing pains and other body trauma. Did you know that chiropractic care can strengthen your overall immune system? Give us a call at 260-353-1400. Chiropractic care can help you on your journey to the best version of you.
Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Welcome back to the courtyard. Bo, I'm going to throw an ethics question at you. If Norwell here, they're up 28-0. Obviously, the running clock comes in when you hit 35. And we're not really at that point yet because you got close to 5 minutes left. But if you're a head coach and knowing that you have a sectional championship next week, would you take a timeout if time gets low and try to get to 35? I mean, that brings in an interesting ethics question.
Oh, I definitely would.
Okay.
Ethics, I mean, I would see it as ethical because you're looking forward to next week.
Yeah, here's the play. It was a toss, and it's designed back to Kelly, and he makes a one-handed grab. He spins out of a tackle, still on his feet, down to the 40. Maconaquah's biggest play of the night, and it comes from Carter Little to Nolan Kelly. And there it was. They tossed it to Little, came across the field to Kelly, and they're down to the Norwell 39-yard line.
Okay, that's not only impressive because it was a one-handed grab. That's impressive because it was a one-handed grab with no gloves on. You see a lot of one-handed grabs with gloves on. It might help out with the stickiness, but, man.
Kelly.
Then the spin move afterward to pick up the first down, that was impressive.
Nolan Kelly is undersized, but he is an athlete. There's no doubt about it.
We'll go back to your scenario here in a minute.
Yeah, as Maconaquah trying to put together a drive here before halftime. Here's play action. Kelly, he's going to go down. Back across the 50, and that's the exact thing that you could not have after a big play as Kelly's back near the 48-yard line of Maconaquah. A huge loss of, call it 13.
Quinn Dryban, man, nice job. First one to get there, and then you see three more Norwell defenders just join in on the fun. That was a nice job.
All right, Bo, so let's return to the scenario.
So I think it is – I think it would be ethical to take that timeout.
Okay.
I mean, at that point, you're thinking about your own players. You're not.
I understand.
You're not necessarily trying to run up the score. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was 50-0, you're taking a timeout.
Right.
But 35. I mean, the other team knows that's an important mark.
Well, Norwell's nowhere close to that as they're starting to get gashed a little bit defensively. Yes, it was a trick play, and this will be a bit of
And there's the timeout by Norwell.
Well,
and
I guess we don't have to answer this question.
And like I said, thinking about the ethical standpoint is you're thinking about your own players, because in the second half, like I said, if you have a running clock at 35-0, you know that you can play your second string, you can play your third string, and so
let's hear from a sponsor in return on the voice.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Welcome back here to the courtyard on the voice, also known as Ethical Lectures. Derek Decker alongside Christian Bohada, Sectional 27 semifinal action. Norwell on top 28-0 with 3:16 left in our opening half. We've been kind of working through this situation over the course of this drive, and Mac has had a couple of big plays, and they've got 3rd and 12, playing from behind the sticks again. This is not a team that's built for that. But Kelly has it batted at the line. Intercepted! Zach Christensen! How about that? First career pick.
The big fella. And you know he's going to be hyper after that. Man, they got to be careful not to get excessive celebration here, though.
Well,
he wants to keep the ball. I don't blame him.
It's all smiles for Zach Christensen and that defensive line. He has been a menace for Norwell defensively this year, and it's good to see him get rewarded with a big pick.
Man, ball was tipped. I'm not sure who got a hand on it to tip it, but nice pursuit by that Norwell defense, and then right man, right time, and Zach Christensen. And the timeout works out for Norwell.
Before we start this drive, I want to remind you our angel sponsor tonight is Barclay Builders, who is making this broadcast possible. Huge thanks to them. We'll hear from Ossian State Bank at their halftime show here coming up shortly. Riley looking to air it out. He's got Breggy, and is it caught? Incomplete. I think that's a tremendous call out by the 33. The Norwell fans can't believe it. I think that's a great call as both of Breggy's feet came down on the white stripe. It looked from my angle. And we have a good angle down here, not as good as the line judge, but I think that was a great call.
Oh, I think it was a great call, too. And I think the Norwell fans are griping about it because it looked like he tiptoed and he sailed it well. I mean, he did a nice job of securing the catch and selling like he was in bounds. But like you said, I think both of his feet came down out of bounds. Maybe half in, half out. Either way, it's out of bounds. And good call there by the line judge.
His crew has done a nice job tonight. They've been a little tight. We've seen a lot of penalty markers, but it has flowed pretty well. 3 minutes left in the first half. Norwell on top 28-0. Hey, how about that? John Colbert getting a big run, and he is tackled forward across the 45. Good to see John Colbert return for the Knights.
It really is. He's done well on defense, not letting anything over the top, as Maconaquah really hasn't tried passing over the top on his side, but I saw Maconaquah blitz inside there with 2 linebackers. That's interesting because that takes them essentially out of that sweep play, maybe selling out on a run up the middle they thought, and guessed wrong, and Norwell took advantage of that, picked up 12 yards on a nice sweep play.
Yeah, Norwell is starting to dominate big time, and here comes Colbert again. Colbert across the 40, nice run. No reason to be in any really hurry here. We've got 2.5 minutes left, and Norwell's 40 yards away from the decisive touchdown that would get us to a running clock.
This is interesting. I don't know if we want to look too much into it. Maybe just Max Ringer's night is done. Maybe they just decided to just be done. I see him standing on the sideline with his helmet off.
Yeah.
I don't know if
he looks
it's
okay.
An injury, and he looks to be in good spirits. And
talking to Aiden Kuntz over here on the sideline, off camera. Pitch. Colbert looking for space, turns the corner, penalty. Colbert dragged down near the 20, but another flag comes in.
Man,
There's been a lot of those tonight in
There has,
Norwell.
both sides.
So, right, that's what I'm saying. It's been called a little bit tight. And it's a Norwell team that just hasn't struggled in that department this year, really, especially with holds and blocks in the back.
Yeah,
We just have not seen that much this year. I mean, frankly, we've had some fantastically quick games, especially early in the season when Norwell really relied on their run game. We had games we were out here by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that's kind of like it was last week. I think it was maybe 9:15. Game was over. It's just it helps you get to the running clock, and Norwell only a touchdown away from that for the second half. But still, I mean, just controlling the clock, it shows how good Norwell's.
Now Riley's going to throw down the sideline. Luke Graff has 3 steps, and it's a touchdown. Luke Graff, 48 yards, and nobody was even close to Graff. And the Knights burned Maconaquah over the top again.
Double covered, and Luke Graff beat both of them. Man, safety
and
helping.
It wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he had 5 yards. Like you said, 3 yards. I think it was more like 5 or 6. Man, he just safety over the top, and man.
Well,
that's almost too easy. They missed him on the first play of the game. Eli Riley just barely overthrew him. That time connects in a big way. Extra point here is big to secure that running clock in the second half.
Yeah. It's actually happened once this year where Norwell was at this juncture and De Leon couldn't get it through, but this one is plenty good. Ooh. And it's 35-0, and unless Maconaquah can piece together a drive here in the last minute 51, we're going to have ourselves a rather tidy second half, and that means you're going to be hearing from some sponsors so we can meet contractual obligations. Let's hear from one right now on WallsCountyVoice.com.
You don't have to sit at your desktop to listen to games on the Voice Sports Network. Take the game wherever you go. There are multiple ways to tune in, on your laptop, your tablet, or even on your smartphone. Tune into games on the Voice Sports Network at work, in your car, or even at the game. Be sure to tell your friends and family, and thanks for choosing the Voice Sports Network.
1:51 left here in the first half. Norwell leading Maconaquah 35-0 now. It's just not been fair tonight. I mean, this is, Bo, I think this kind of speaks to the competition that Norwell had in the Northeast 8 this year. Maconaquah is out of the Three Rivers Conference, and Norwell has just been solid all year and has faced some really, really quality teams in the NE8.
They have. The NE8 it was a solid conference this year for
it
sure,
was.
from top to bottom. Maybe Belmont was that.
Right, but that's it.
Was
really.
that lone team, but like you said, I mean, that's competition, and Norwell's made it look as easy as zucchini bread, and that's just how it is. Norwell's done real nice. So Josh got to kick off. Only a minute 51 left in this first half.
Scott squibs it along the ground, takes a big hop inside the 20. It's exactly what you want. And Little hands it off. What is going on? Nolan Kelly comes back down to the 15, and now a penalty marker comes in. That was a crazy play, and that was just not good from the start. I'm not sure what was going on there.
Did he hand it off or pitch it forward?
Well, I think it could be a legal forward pass.
Yeah, I think he might have just pitched it forward.
Okay, so they're saying that's what we're hearing here in the press box.
Yep,
it is an illegal forward pass. So
wow.
It's going to back Maconaquah up again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a 5-yard penalty?
Yeah.
Derek,
I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality there. I just don't get it. So they're trying to figure out. I don't know. Josh Gerber's asking some questions here, but there's not a lot to talk about. This is a pretty straightforward penalty.
I think they're discussing if it's from the spot or not. I'm not sure.
It is. It is from the spot.
So they're just going to decline that because he ended up more than 5 yards behind that spot that pass happened. So
there you go. So they're back at the 17-yard line. And this has just not been a great half for Maconaquah. Trying to continue to get you some updates down from Oak Hill. And our last update. As that one goes to the outside near the 20.
And you could probably hear that hit on the broadcast. That was a big hit on the sideline. There's been a couple of those.
Well, so our last update was Concordia up 7-0 very late in the first half, and that is where we stand right now, apparently. So Norwell up 35-0 here, in great shape to cruise to the sectional title game, and it's not a team that's been able to say that very much, quite frankly.
Yeah, the sectional title game, whether Oak Hill or Concordia comes away with that win tonight, definitely will not be as easy as this game.
Well, that could be picked, and Max Ringer was coming across. And actually, I think it might have hurt Norwell because waiting back there was Blake Hafley, and that may have ended up hurting Norwell, but it's hard to.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, and in a flash play like that, it's not as easy as a pop fly maybe in baseball to say I got it. And you just it's instincts, and Max Ringer made a great play on the ball, almost came away with a one-handed interception. It's good to see him in the game.
It's a good thing.
To see.
And we've really liked what we've seen from Colbert this year.
For sure. Just a freshman, too. That's just impressive.
3rd and 7. They go conservative. Met near the 20. He's close to a first down, but he's going to come up just short. And is Norwell using a timeout here?
Norwell really used a timeout.
Wow.
Nah.
Okay, so does that cross ethical standards? We'll talk about it on the other side of this break on The Voice.
In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. All about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home. It's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built Forever home.
All righty, 89 seconds left here in this first half. Norwell leading Maconaquah 35-0. Bo, explain the rationale behind that timeout.
Hey, you put me in a tough spot there, Derek. That's just I don't know. I don't know if I can explain that one. I could explain on the last drive Maconaquah had, but that's a fake.
Oh, it's a fake, and they get it. And so the fake. So I don't know if that was.
Well, that's Maconaquah saying thanks for the timeout.
Yeah,
we can
see,
organize
that's what I'm
something.
saying. I do not understand that. And you know what's going to happen if Maconaquah can drive down and score? That's going to really turn out to look bad on Coach Gerber.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, there's just no way
around
Like I said,
that's Maconaquah's answer to Josh Gerber.
And that was
timeout.
Norwell was not expecting the fake at all. And that is
gutsy
really,
call.
Yeah, well, not really. It's 35-0. I mean, what do you have to lose?
That's true. But
to me, that's just a We'll just leave it at that. We're at the 49-yard line. Is Mac, and they go out of the pistol again with 2 receivers. Man in motion before the snap. Bleeding to his left as Kelly now reverses to the right. He's caught behind the line of scrimmage, and making a man miss is Carter Little. Little spinning to the outside.
That's
drug back
face mask.
near the 43.
No penalty.
No penalty flag. And the
was
clock continues to run.
Wow.
Brad Purcell near the official. Maconaquah has a pair of timeouts left. It's 2nd and 1 as we tick under a minute. I think Norwell got away with one there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he was drugged down to the ground with his face mask. That'd be a 15-yard penalty for sure, but
so Maconaquah is wasting a ton of time here huddling up. 44 seconds. Finally, they get to the line and get it snapped. Kelly flips it. Caught by the H-back, Jared Blake, and out of bounds across the 35. 33 seconds left in the half. Maconaquah really not going away and showing some effort here, and perhaps reinvigorated by that timeout called by Norwell.
Yeah, Maconaquah takes a timeout of their own, but man, this is huge. If Maconaquah even gets a field goal here, they take away that running clock. All they need is really points.
An 8-yard gain to the 34-yard line.
We'll take a break.
As with any home improvement project, there are multiple decisions to be made that can sometimes seem daunting. Recently, Scott and I were ready for a kitchen makeover and contacted Dave Brenneman with Double D Home Improvement, by far the easiest decision we made. We have worked with Dave with multiple projects over the years, but this was by far the biggest. Dave worked with us, not for us, and made the project better than I could have imagined. He gave me my dream kitchen. He helped with all of the decision-making process and offered suggestions we hadn't even thought of. If you are thinking about a home improvement project, call Dave Brenneman at Double D Home Improvement, 824-8593. That's 824-8593.
All right, so 33 seconds left here in this first half. Maconaquah has gotten it all the way down to the Norwell 34-yard line. They ran a fake punt, that's really aided them in this drive. Obviously, they had 4th and 1. Norwell's kind of out of it here, and they've lost some focus, and I think there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mac is still working hard.
Can't give up a big play here.
1st and 10 out of the pistol goes Maconaquah. Kelly with Little in the backfield with him. The snap. Kelly rolling to his right with a herd of blockers, but that is a poor decision as he just stays in bounds. And now Maconaquah does take their final timeout with 22 seconds left here in the first half. So while we have a minute, we'll break again and return on the voice.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
22 seconds left in the first half here at the Courtyard. Kind of hit a brick wall to end this first half. We've really slowed down. Both teams have used all their timeouts.
Maconaquah's been driving here in the last minute.
They have. Mac has 35 yards to go to get into the end zone. They do have a kicker with range of close to 40, so that's worth noting. He has missed his last 2 attempts, so they need about 20 yards to get into range, and that's an incomplete pass. There's nothing really wrong with that. Yeah, it was, as they brought in Nate Harding, who was the backup. So I don't know. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things going on. It was definitely the senior Nate Harding, and he's still in the game, but here comes Nolan Kelly, who's kind of limping a little bit. So
he definitely is limping.
Good call on that, Bo. Jared Blake exits off the field of this play, and Carter Little is back in there. Kelly is looking to throw. Not a lot of mobility. Slings it across. Incomplete. Riley had it go off the side of his helmet, and so it's 4th down. So Mac definitely has to go for it, and now you're in a tough situation because the Braves are all out of timeouts. So if you get a first down, you've really got to hustle to the line and clock it.
I'd expect maybe a Hail Mary to the end zone or something.
That'd be a bad call.
I mean, deep downfield for sure. Norwell, just simple defensive call. Play safe. Nobody gets behind you and knock the ball down. You cannot tip the ball up into the air and allow Maconaquah to make a play they really shouldn't here.
So it's 4th and 11. Kelly on the move to the left, and another penalty. This play's not going to matter anyway. Kelly still scrambling and then flips it across. Intercepted!
Oh, wow.
What a pick by Eli Riley! Wow!
That's a varsity play. That's a big time play by Eli Riley.
Riley actually came in just to bat it down, and then
it pops up.
Up, and he was able to corral it. There's half a second left. Norwell just take a knee, and we'll go to the half, but it ends on an exclamation point and another takeaway for this Norwell defense.
Wow. Nice job by Riley.
No kidding.
Like I said, that's a varsity play right there.
So.
Man. Nice job by Norwell's defense applying pressure, though, and not letting that Hail Mary come easy. It definitely was a Hail Mary. All wideouts ran straight to the end zone. And it is of note, Maconaquah's starting quarterback is limping. He's still on the field on defense, but
they need him. They have to have him. This is not a team that has a ton of
I see a brace on his right ankle, and that's the leg he's kind of preserving. So that'll be something to watch here in the second half, as Norwell will get a running clock in the second half.
So this will be a really quick second half. Norwell on top 35-0 and cruising en route to joining a spot in the sectional title game. We'll return after these words from our sponsors. Thanks for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair, or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, CATHIE.Peterson@SteffenGRP.com.
Do you or a loved one need extra help managing your finances or making sure monthly bills are getting paid correctly and on time? Are you concerned that you or a senior parent may inadvertently provide sensitive financial information to scammers and fraudsters? Then contact Senior Money Life today at 260-296-0437 to get the help you need to stay safe and enjoy life more. Senior Money Life, located in Bluffton, Indiana, is here to help make life easy, providing you with a wide range of services including banking assistance, bill pay, budgeting assistance, financial monitoring, and insurance advocacy. Contact Preston Carr, Daily Money Manager at 260-296-0437 to learn more, or visit their website, seniormoneylife.com. Senior Money Life is a division of Christian Care Retirement Community. Senior Money Life is not a financial institution or a trust company. Serving Bluffton and all of Wells County, Bluffton Rentco offers the biggest, cleanest, and most reliable selection of equipment around. They offer small and large equipment like lifts and skid loaders, to lawn and landscaping tools, along with home improvement and construction rental equipment. Bluffton Rentco can handle all of your rental needs, including party rentals. Visit BlufftonRentco.com to view their large selection of rental items, located at 975 North Main Street in Bluffton. Serving Ossian since 1938, Ossian Hardware is your best choice for hardware, paint, lawn and garden rental, and so much more. Stop in today for all of your project needs and be rewarded for making your purchases at Ossian Hardware with their Best Rewards program. Stop in for more information. Knowledgeable, friendly service is what you'll get at Ossian Hardware. Stay connected at OssianHardware.com or on Facebook.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sport, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
We're here at Craigville Appliance. We just wanted to say to all the fall athletes, good luck on this season. Be safe, be strong, compete to the highest level. Always practice good sportsmanship. If moms and dads, I know it's time, washer and dryer season, we'll take care of you here at Craigville Appliance. We can deliver it, install it, no big deal here at Craigville Appliance. Good luck, have a great season, compete to the highest level.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair, or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory.
And welcome back to the courtyard. You can see it there on your screen. Barclay Builders is our Angel sponsor tonight. Norwell leading 35-0. Barclay Builders has made this broadcast possible, and we also like to thank Ossian State Bank for sponsoring our halftime shows throughout the season. Hoping to be bringing you some Norwell basketball here in the coming weeks as we move towards the winter months. But Norwell football, as they've shown tonight, obviously not done with playing so far here yet this year, as we'll have a running clock in this second half. Couple of halftime scores to update you on, and some exciting ones and some surprises at that. South Adams leading Monroe Central 42-0. Not a big surprise there. But here's a bit of a surprise. Northwood leading Leo 12-6. Concordia on top of Oak Hill 7-0. Huge shock out of Delta as Wayne leading on the road 21-18. As I said, Snyder on top of Homestead 10-7. And East Noble and DeKalb are deadlocked at 7. So there's some real surprises in there. As DeKalb, again, remember, did not win a game in the regular season. Had a lot of their season affected by COVID, and then upset Angola last week, who beat them by 37 in the opening week, so a huge win for them, and they're looking to continue that momentum. Wayne only had one win in the regular season, beat Huntington North for a friendly NE8 foe last week at Wayne High School, and of course Northwood leading Leo 12-6 is also a bit of a surprise. Leo, I think, has emerged to become the favorite to win that sectional now. Yeah. That they beat Northridge last week in a thrilling opener on the road, 14-7, Bob.
Yeah, and not to interrupt you here, Derek, but I got some first half stats here for the game. Norwell, 15 first downs, 21 rushes for 238 yards. That's 11.3 yards per rush, which isn't too bad for this Norwell team. 5 for 10 is Eli Riley for 122 yards. So total plays is 31 plays for 350 yards, or 353 yards for Norwell. They're 1 for 2 on third down, which 50% isn't the worst. On the Maconaquah side, they have 14 first downs, 16 rushes for only 15 yards. Speaks strides to the Norwell defensive line and how they're playing tonight. Most of their yards have came through the air. They're 10 for 17. Does have the 2 interceptions, the one there by Eli Riley to end the half. 101 passing yards on those 10 completions. Total yards is 116 on 36 plays. Some individual stats, kind of eye-opener for me. Kind of a sneaky 114 rushing yards for Eli Riley, but that's what it is off of 5 rushes. Max Ringer's at 89 yards off of 9 rushes. I don't expect to see much of him or Riley here in the second half. You have Luke Graft with 1 catch for 48 yards. Bo Morgan, 2 catches, 36 yards. Isaiah Breggy, 1 catch, 24 yards. And Miles Babcock, that 1 catch for 14 yards to pick up a big first down. On the Maconaquah side, Carter Little, the running back, is 2 for 2 with his passing attempts for 52 yards. You have Nolan Kelly, the starting quarterback, 8-14 for 49 yards. I was trying to think when that second pass from Little was, but I forgot he's a punter, so that was that pass attempt on that fake punt. And then rushing yards, you have Carter Little leading with 8 rushes for 39 yards.
Which gets him over 1,000 on the year.
So there that is. Big mile mark for him, as that's 2 seasons in a row, correct?
Yep.
That's huge for him. I'm sure he definitely deserves that. It seems like a good, hard-working kid. And then the quarterback, Nolan Kelly, is the 4 rushing attempts for -6 yards, comes off of sacks and whatnot. So there's some total stats for the first half, and you don't always get those on the season, so nice to have those and look at those at halftime.
Norwell leading 35-0 here in Sectional 27 semifinal. The winner to take on Concordia or Oak Hill. The winner of that game tonight is being decided in a defensive battle. Concordia leading 7-0 at the break there. Let's take another break. We'll return with the balance, the Ossian State Bank halftime show, followed by the beginning of the third quarter here on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Farms, an online meat market, has a heart for people and a focus to provide a variety of locally raised, 100% grass-fed or grain-fed beef, pork, and poultry. Their shopping experience is easy. Simply visit HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com, fill up your cart with high-quality, locally raised meats, and choose to have it delivered in an insulated box right to your front door. Or you can pick it up in Bluffton or Huntington. You can find recipes and cooking tips by following them on Facebook and Instagram. Begin cooking with confidence. Hoosier Creek Farms, high quality, locally raised meats. HoosierCreekFarmsLLC.com.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. IPT has been a trusted part of your community for over 32 years. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for now? At 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Do you or a loved one need extra help managing your finances or making sure monthly bills are getting paid correctly and on time? Are you concerned that you or a senior parent may inadvertently provide sensitive financial information to scammers and fraudsters? Then contact Senior Money Life today at 260-296-0437 to get the help you need to stay safe and enjoy life more. Senior Money Life, located in Bluffton, Indiana, is here to help make life easy, providing you with a wide range of services including banking assistance, bill pay, budgeting assistance, financial monitoring, and insurance advocacy. Contact Preston Carr, Daily Money Manager at 260-296-0437 to learn more, or visit their website, seniormoneylife.com. Senior Money Life is a division of Christian Care Retirement Community. Senior Money Life is not a financial institution or a trust company. Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Peterson at SteffenGRP.com. Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built Forever home.
Ossian State Bank takes great pride in supporting our local football programs. We are the only community bank headquartered in Wells County. We've had the same name and downtown location for over 108 years. Ossian State Bank has given in excess of $1 million of contributions back to the community. We are locally owned and operated by many of your friends and neighbors. Stop in soon to see what makes Ossian State Bank special. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
And welcome back to the courtyard. We're moments away from our third quarter, and Norwell is leading 35-0 here on WellsCountyVoice.com. So glad you can be with us. We've had it's just been such a blessing and a great, it's just been a great aligning of the stars for this to happen this year, for this, even this entire broadcast thing to happen. And obviously it takes several people to get our broadcast done. Scott Menser is our owner, and Dale Menser as well, and Christian Bohada has helped me out on a lot of broadcasts this year. In fact, he's been on all 11 now, which trumps me. But we've had lots of fun. Norwell is ready to take on the winner of Concordia and Oak Hill next week. And at last check, Concordia led Oak Hill 7-0 at the break. So we'll keep an eye on that in the second half. Now, unfortunately, because of how fast this second half is going to happen, we probably will not have a final before we go off air.
Yeah, that's correct.
I mean,
and we don't seem to be getting like live updates of that game.
Right, they've been kind of intermittent. So that's the way it goes. It has been a competitive game, and as I've continued my doorman duties all year, it's another thing that's happened to this press box. Something else that's happened, obviously, Norwell. This is game number 7 at home out of the 11 games that Norwell's played, so a huge advantage here at the courtyard. Also, we want to note that Sarah Monensmith and Lauren Bales, a couple of Norwell athletes, are going to be competing in cross-country state tomorrow, and that's real exciting to see. Girls basketball season is right around the corner.
That's right.
A lot going on. This is a talented group, a very gifted group of athletes that are coming through Norwell at this point. Norwell basketball, the boys team, the boys and the girls, neither one lost at home last year at all. And, of course, the guys were slated to play in the regional and then, of course, got their season cut off by COVID.
Man.
But,
talking about defending the castle,
it has become one of the most difficult places in the entire region to play in. And Maconaquah is going to have their first kickoff of the night coming out to start our third quarter.
Little East Noble and DeKalb action. Talk about a quick game. They only have 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, it's 7-7, so.
Yeah, and East Noble set up in good field position, but 7-7. Talk about a quick game. Wow, they're almost done with their third quarter. So.
But again, we want to make sure we hit everybody. Kelby Waybright, the athletic director here at Norwell, has been instrumental in allowing these broadcasts to happen. Steve Garza has helped out our internet and boosted that here at Only Internet. All of our supporters, all of our sponsors, especially tonight, Barclay Builders, who is funding this broadcast. And we just have so many great people in this community that care about high school sports, and it is it's vital here in the community. Obviously, this is somebody that takes it very seriously, and I'm glad to have been along for the ride in this 2020 COVID-ridden season. This is Isaiah Breggy on the return, who does have a touchdown on a kickoff return. Returns it back out near the 30-yard line, and hey, look at that, the clock's moving.
Yeah.
And we're going to have that all evening.
Yeah, we won't see that stop except for scores, injuries, timeouts, and the end of the quarter. So it should be a quick second half, but as you were mentioning thank yous, and big thank you to our supporters as well and all of our viewers. I know Garrett Waybright's grandma, Connie Hauser, is watching as she's recovering from a knee surgery, and one of my favorite teachers from Norwell, Rhonda Bauer, is watching as well. Big LSU fan as I am, so thanks for watching, guys.
Tossed a ringer on first down, and he's got himself close to another first down. They're going to keep the clock moves anyway, I guess. Eli Riley is still in the game along with the rest of the Norwell starters, so it'll be interesting to see how long the Knights stay on the field here in starting formation.
Yeah, I mentioned in the halftime show we probably wouldn't see maybe just one drive. And
well, granted, you know what, Bo? And I know it's sectional time, so obviously that's a different thing. But we saw it at Huntington North. Norwell didn't pull its starters out of the game until 90 seconds to go. So Coach Gerber's had a pretty long leash with his starters throughout the entire season.
Yeah, I mean, last week it was maybe one drive with the offense in the second half against Heritage, and then we started seeing some second-string guys in. So I'd expect to see that this week, especially knowing you have a much tougher contest in the sectional championship game next week with whether it's Concordia or Oak Hill. They're both two tougher teams, a lot tougher than Heritage was and a lot tougher than this Maconaquah team is. So,
this MAC team has a lot to hang their hat on. They're going to finish with a winning season. That's 3 in a row now for this Braves team. Again, we talked about the fact that they were 16-6 under their previous head coach, Austin Colby, who's now down at Kokomo. And, this is a program that continues to work in the right direction. Again, playing the TRC, so a different level of competition than Norwell faces every single week, and I think that's just shown through pretty evidently tonight.
I mean, it really has, and as I mentioned, I just keep preaching it, but, man, they just control that line of scrimmage, and it's hard for another team to have any success. I mean, whether you're on defense or whether you're on offense, it's hard to have success when you're getting pushed back.
It's just been a suffocating defense all season long.
Yeah.
Third ranked in scoring in the entire Class 3A, but they're just a couple removed. Less than a point separates them from number one. There's a toss to John Colbert on second and 9. Good block, and Colbert has another first down. Colbert's had a couple really strong runs in the second quarter and now here early in the third.
That's Isaiah Breggy is a nice block there. And I could see Isaiah as more of a tight end type. He's a big body type. He can get out on the edge and block, and we've seen him run counters. We've seen him just run up the middle as more of a fullback type. He's just such a versatile player, and I think Norwell's utilized his talents really well, and he's had a lot of success with how Coach Josh Gerber has chose to use him this season.
6'2", 185, and a senior experienced guy. He's played a lot of varsity snaps. Colbert swallowed up near the line of scrimmage that time, might have lost a yard, but Breggy is also a menace on the wrestling mat as well, and just a tremendous overall athlete. Miles Babcock exits as Max Ringer comes on, and he replaces Colbert. Klein Neuenschwander back into the game as well. Obviously, we've talked about that, Bo, running in plays all season long. Nolan Kelly.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, we've seen him get the plays from the MAC sideline. So that's just a tough night on a kid that's playing safety, quarterback, and
returning kicks,
he's doing everything.
Everything, and it's just, man, to have to run over 20 yards. I mean, you're running at least 20 yards.
Luke Graft, heck of a stutter steps out near the 30-yard line.
Stepped out.
He did. But Graft, another great run. He had a couple. That's just a good athlete.
Yeah,
right
he had that one, the 40. I think it was a 45-yard run called back on a hold, but man, he really wanted that touchdown. He's had that long touchdown catch, and it's great to have him back on the field.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is. Norwell again doesn't have a shortage in athletic talent this year, and they will be a rebuilding team next year. I mean, obviously we're not close to the end of the season for this Norwell club, but at some point it is going to come to an end. Boy, look at that hole. Isaiah Breggy's going to run for a touchdown. 31 yards and untouched.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the hole, but look at the speed. The breakout speed from Breggy is just unreal. I just talked how he's such a great athlete, and he just proved it there. Yeah, he was untouched, but he outran most of the defenders there to become untouched. It's just
had a couple of touchdown grabs and had a couple rushing touchdown carries as well. And, you know, Brege's been – we've talked about him a lot on this drive. He's just been kind of an do-it-all kind of guy for Norwell, very versatile player. You noted him as a tight end, but there you go again. I mean, he gets the ball, and he's got a quick burst of speed, a physical runner, and just a great athlete. And a different kind of athlete than his brother Garrison, who's playing baseball down in IU Kokomo.
Yep.
He was not the wrestler type, but a very athletic kid as well.
Yeah. Garrison was a little scrawnier than Isaiah is. Isaiah is built a little stockier and definitely a different position than Garrison played, as Garrison was more the wide out and the strong safety type. But
it's still one more Brege to come, too, as Fielder, of course, just about ready to enter middle school. 6.5 left here in this third quarter. Norwell leading 42-0. Mac has just not had any answers tonight. There's no way around that, but they will finish. They had 3 wins in a row coming into tonight, beating Wabash in a 3-point thriller, a high-scoring affair, beating Rochester, who did not win any games. They beat them in overtime by a point after going for 2, and then a dominating 43-0 win last week over Northwestern in a really poor weather week where Carter Little set the school record with 6 rushing touchdowns in that game.
Wow.
And so this is a Maconaquah team that had a lot of success this year. Again, this is a weird year for basically everybody. Norwell's been fortunate enough not to lose any games to COVID, but so many teams around the area have, or they've been impacted, and Norwell's felt the brunt of that. Squib kick this time as it settles in near the 20-yard line and returned there. Decent hole for the H-back, Jared Blake, who was knocked down near the 32-yard line. But, again, Norwell has felt the COVID a little bit with John Colbert and Luke Graff both being out due to exposure, not because they tested positive for the virus, but that's all part of the deal this year. And this is definitely it's a season unlike any other.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure to this extent, Norwell's definitely thankful that that's all they've had to deal with. You know, you've seen teams have to drop out of the tournament even because of it. It's something that hangs around and is always looming, and you never know when your last snap really is.
Pretty good-sized hole that time on first down as we see a couple of JV players get in on the action, but still mostly starters for Norwell here.
48, Country Little, the ball carrier for the Braves.
Yeah, I'd expect Norwell gets a stop here. We start seeing the Brody Bolin and Zach Christensen coming off the field and being told their night's done and a job well done, of course, by them.
We don't talk enough about the D-line group that just doesn't get enough credit. I'm telling you, they have been really solid all year. And, look, this is that got an assist from the umpire.
Got a little shove forward.
How about that? Out near midfield. Well, hey, the back judge was in the way of a MAC defender on Eli Riley's 90-yard run early in the game.
At this point, I don't blame him for making that move. Is just getting him out of his way, making sure he doesn't get ran over. That was a plethora of Maconaquah players.
So we don't know if these guys don't either. As far as assignments go, they don't find out until after tonight. But we don't know if they'll be working next week. But this crew has done a nice job, led by the white hat Phil Hall. That time driven back near the line of scrimmage.
There's that D-line you just talked about. And, you know, D-line's really just consisted of Quinn Dryban, Brody Bolin, Cole Patrick's seen some action, and Zach Christensen? Yeah, that's really the 4 main players that we've seen. Tonight they're running that 4-down lineman, but we've seen a lot of 3-down. Norwell runs that 3-4 defense, so we've seen a lot of 3-down linemen, and hasn't really been a lot of D-line that we've seen. So that just speaks to man, they play all game. You hardly see them winded.
A run set for Jared Blake on.
So it's just like you said, speaks strides to the coaches and the players for staying in shape, working hard enough to be in shape to be able to play. And a lot of these guys are playing both ways. I mean, you're going to see Zach Christensen laying pancake blocks on the offensive side of the ball and then pancaking players on the defensive side of the ball. It's just –
Well, Josh Gerber is staring down the barrel at his 20th victory of his career tonight. It will bring him to 20-33 which isn't exactly a glamorous record on the outside, but the turnaround that this club has had this year has just been incredible. They're going to go to 10-1 after tonight.
It's man.
It's night and
If you'd
day.
have told me, exactly. If you'd have told me Norwell football is going to go 10-1 this year, I wouldn't have laughed in your face, but I would have said they're going to have to do a lot of work to do it, and they've done that work, and they really do deserve the record that they have. They've worked for it, and they really haven't had
big comebacks in there as well.
Exactly. They haven't had anything given to them, really. I mean, it's not like they've caught all the breaks. Of course, they've caught some breaks, and that happens when you're a good team, but you work hard, you're going to catch those breaks and you can get those wins, and that's what they've done this season.
Mack going for it on 4th and 5. It's a toss. It's intercepted by Isaiah Breggy near the 40. Breggy has one of these. He's going to go again. 60 yards on a pick six. Isaiah Breggy has his second pick six of the season.
And another defensive scoring touchdown. I wonder where that puts them in the rankings in the state. As you said, third best scoring defense in the state. That'll put them close.
Well, Norwell has maxed out at 50 points this year, and we talked about the fact that it had been over a decade since Norwell had broken the 50-point mark, and that's certainly looking in play again tonight. Again, a short fourth quarter is upcoming. Clock still on the move with 2 minutes. We'll break after De Leon's PAT and hear from another one of our tremendous sponsors. It's good, no problem. De Leon has been picture perfect all year long. 49-0 Knights here on WellsCountyVoice.com.
You don't have to sit at your desktop to listen to games on the Voice Sports Network. Take the game wherever you go. There are multiple ways to tune in. On your
getting better as a club.
Yeah, I was in those first couple years of Coach Gerber's head coaching career, and man, I'll tell you, I went through that transition as Norwell throws Maconaquah, returned out of bounds, but I was in during that transition, and Coach Gerber always spoke about building that foundation, and that's what my 2 years with him were. And man, it definitely was a foundation, and I'm seeing that the final house being built this season for sure. The finishing touches being put on what he's turned this program into, and it speaks strides to the guy he is and the dedication he's put into this program. As I never saw him miss a weight session, and I'm sure none of these players on the field have either. And it's just, man, he's just, super dedicated to this program. He definitely deserves the success that they've been having, and I hope continued success. So not only we can keep calling games, but this Norwell team can finish off a great season.
Carter Little bounces to the outside, picks up 2. Inside of a minute left here in this third quarter.
And 19, Blake Hafley of the Knights.
Still see some varsity guys in there. It's
to the 49-yard line.
It's kind of surprising to me. I mean, it really is. You're up 49-0. It's a running clock, but third quarter's just about over. So if we don't see any JV guys in here, I will be super shocked.
It's above my pay grade.
At that point.
Little dragging defenders across midfield,
and of course, you're probably not going to see Maconaquah JV guys in until maybe the last minute. As of course,
a lot of seniors on this club.
It's the last game of the season. Of course, they're going to finish it out strong. But yeah, I'd expect some JV guys warming up here and end a quarter. So
we'll find out in just a moment. End of 3. Norwell on top of Maconaquah, 49-0, clinching a spot in the sectional title game next week.
Hello, this is Tim Steffen Financial Group. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving forward. We must balance staying safe and moving forward towards our needs and goals. We are here to help you with your future planning. Steffen Financial Group, located at 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana, would like to help you with your retirement, Roth IRAs, investments, and savings plans. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Rhonda Vandentop, 260-824-8175. And at that same location is Tim Steffen Insurance. We like to help folks with their personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Corporate headquarters in OSJ 9000 Keystone Crossing, 7th floor, Indianapolis, Indiana, 4667240. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business at Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
12 minutes to go, and with a running clock, it should take close to 12 minutes. Third down and 6 coming here for Mac and their experienced group of seniors. They have not been able to get on the scoreboard. Norwell has not allowed a touchdown since the regular season finale when they gave up a number of points to Columbia City, a 45-34 comeback win where they gave up the first 21 points of the game, trailed 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Yeah, there's definitely JV guys in there now. As
it is all second team, and they just made a great stop on third down. Prevents Little from getting the first down. Nice job by the second team defense here, as I expect to see them all game, and the rest of the game at least, and then same for offense as well.
40-degree night here at the courtyard. It has been a great year for weather. And actually, Norwell lucked out last week because Saturday was way better than Friday night.
Yeah, definitely was.
We really haven't had that many weather problems to speak of all year. They go for it on 4th and short, and they get it pretty easily. The H-back Jared Blake gets across to the 40-yard line to move the chains. Norwell it has been a year where it's been a year for reflection and see where you're at as a program. Yes, you're a 3A school, so you go through these cycles, and that's kind of how it works, and you go dry for a couple years with talent. It's just kind of the way it works, but you're building a foundation for a program to have sustained success in the future.
Yeah, and not only that, it makes more students at Norwell want to go out for football. And I know, some peers that graduated with me that maybe had some talent on the field but didn't want to play because they didn't see the purpose of it.
I wasn't one of them, by the way.
No, you weren't. You definitely weren't. But I know some guys that just simply didn't, and Coach Gerber tried to get them to come out, and they just didn't see the reason. But when a team's winning, it's easy to see your reason, and I know it shouldn't be like that, but that's the way it is, and it's just a simple fact of winning changes a lot, and not only if you're winning, but if you're just having success in some areas. And even last year, I felt that Norwell made big strides, and towards this year, I mean, you saw the potential that was going to sprout this year, and the success that they could have had and that they should have, and that's what's been going on this year.
Well, that's a good point. And, they lost a lot of close games last year, and there frankly were some games that Norwell should have won.
4 games within 4 points.
Right. I mean, there were some games that just kind of crazy, frankly. And that is part of the growing pain process, right, where you have to learn how to win, and then that kind of you see it this year where you were down. Norwell was down 21-17 and won both of those games. So with a potent offensive attack, I think he got it, as it was third and very short. I think he's been about a half yard short. So I'm sure Mac will go for it here on 4th down. We're inside of 10 minutes to go. Maconaquah trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Just got an update from Oak Hill. They were at the end of the third quarter, still 7-0 Concordia. So defensive struggle down there. Concordia's been involved in a few of those, and if it is Concordia next week, Norwell and Concordia setting up to be a terrific rematch from a game that was 17-14 last year on a really muddy Zollner field. And that'll be a fun matchup.
Gets me excited for it already, for sure. I mean, especially seeing Concordia only have 7 points on Oak Hill, and we obviously don't know how Oak Hill's defense is.
And we also got to remember that Concordia is without their play caller and Tim Manacle tonight.
Yeah, so and they could potentially, if they hang on to win, they could potentially be without him next week as well. As we've seen people quarantine for more than 2 weeks. And
Brett Fox is a good example of that at Columbia City. He quarantined after coming to Norwell, and then did not get to coach in the sectional game. East Noble and DeKalb, and of course East Noble and DeKalb was a fantastic game tonight, shaping up 7-7 at the break. DeKalb, how about DeKalb turn on? Norwell beat DeKalb 50-0 just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think I saw an update. East Noble had scored there with 10 minutes left.
Ooh, there's another design trick play, and it is completed. That is the main man, Braden Betzner, who gets the pass from Carter Little, and I think, what was it, roughing the passer? So the coaching staff for Norwell Hill doesn't really like the call, but this is going to make Maconaquah, it's going to get him inside the red zone, regardless, as Betzner made the grab and was knocked out of bounds. Roughing the passer was the initial call.
But like I was saying, I think I saw East Noble score with 10 minutes left, and they were leading 14-7 the last update I saw. So, but yeah, like you said, DeKalb turning it around and being competitive in the tournament.
So, well, the fact remains the clock continues to run here.
Yeah, I mean, discuss it all you want.
they're trying to figure out what's going on and what do you want to do. I mean, we've sucked up about 60 seconds talking about it. Mac is set up to run another play, but they haven't moved the chains. And so I'm not sure what's going to happen. They're still trying to figure it out. Phil Hall has not – he's trying to communicate to his line judge instead of just walking over there and talking.
Well, I think they have head
yeah, they do, but that's what I'm saying.
But, yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I think line judge was talking to the coach. I don't know.
So
coach might be saying, let's get this thing rolling. I mean, he obviously knows this is out of reach. But
so they declined the roughing the passer. We're inside of 7 minutes down to the 16-yard line. Phil Hall is still on the phone, so to speak, with his crew.
Well, I wish he was.
Well, so now they move it up to the 14.
And the Norwell coach is handing.
Well, you
Phil
can't
Hall
run a play yet.
Back.
Whoa. Phil Hall's not ready.
He's about to blow
He's standing by
his
the sideline.
Yeah. He
There's
needed
the
to get his flag.
There you go. So that took about 2 minutes.
And still not ready.
Now
there we go.
chains are finally set.
Well, he winds the clock, but the clock's
whatever. 1st and 10 for Mac, one of their best scoring opportunities of the night, but nothing doing there. Good tackle in the backfield as Carter Little was swallowed up. Bodenheimer getting in on the tackle for Norwell.
Yeah, maybe a glimpse into next year for Norwell here.
Yep.
Their second team. You got to believe this is the guy goes down. One of these guys got to be able to step up even this year. So
that's right. Next week it's going to be important if Norwell sustains injuries or COVID.
Yeah,
I mean you just don't know this year. It's just so unpredictable.
I know some people can call this garbage time or whatever you want to call it, but
I don't like that term.
This is experience for these guys here on the field. It's varsity environment is way different than a JV environment.
Right.
Most of these guys have been playing JV all year, so this is a good quarter of.
That is intercepted near the 15-yard line, and there's only going to be one man to beat, and he's not going to beat him. As it comes across to the 40-yard line, Norwell getting the interception. We'll try to get a number for you. It's way over there. I think it's Klein Neuenschwander making
I think
it
is, too.
Good for Klein.
Yep, that's what it is. Man, one man to beat. Almost had him.
One man to beat.
Dang.
And a nice tackle made by the quarterback, Nolan Kelly, streaking across the field. He returns it all the way down to the MAC 39, and it thwarts what will probably be Mac's last scoring attempt of the night.
Nice job by Norwell's second string. Like I said, I mean, you're glimpsing into next year. That's against the varsity offense. Creating turnovers. That's impressive. As Norwell's second team offense gets a look at the field and
toss.
It's Aiden Kuntz, I think.
Kuntz for 5.
Didn't see the number, but I can just kind of tell by the way he's running. He's nice, hard, downhill runner, Aiden is.
So we're ticking towards 4 minutes to go. Norwell putting the cherry on top here. Norwell has just had no problems tonight. This has been a complete dominating performance in both games of Norwell's sectional runs so far. Leighton Bailey in at quarterback for the Knights.
One critique I have of Norwell's sideline is they need a turnover chain. They've had plenty of turnovers this year. They need something of a turnover chain.
They had created 24 turnovers on the season, plus 11 coming into tonight. Kuntz on another toss. This time he's brought down behind the original line of scrimmage. Ball comes out. They're going to rule him down.
They roll him down.
Well, I heard a whistle.
Yeah,
the white hat comes in and rules him down at the 40. So
interesting
Norwell,
call.
Yeah, Norwell keep the ball here as Leighton Bailey comes to the sideline to get the play.
But, yeah, I mean, you see colleges, a lot of colleges have a turnover chain. I think Miami University started it as just something to look forward to after you create that turnover is maybe a little 5 or 10 seconds of pride and celebration there. Turnovers are a big deal, and especially against good teams. You create turnovers, and points off those turnovers is even a bigger deal, and, man, they make a difference.
Bailey's pass incomplete, and I think that was Connor Dryband who couldn't hold on to it. That was a pretty good toss from Bailey, and in fact, it's his first incompletion of the season. He was 3 for 3 before that pass. And so Norwell will bring on the punt unit here.
Just a simple screen right through his hands. But
yeah, I don't think it's going to be – it is Riley. I was going to say, I'd be interested to see if it's actually Riley to punt here.
I don't think it is.
He is on the field.
Is he? Bailey just ran out.
Oh, he's not on the field. I take that back. So they're actually going to go for it. So there you go, 4th and 12, and Knights are going for it.
Have to hurry up and run a play here.
And they're going to get it off. Here comes across, and
got to go down.
Yeah,
you just got to go down.
He's not going to make it out as Cohen Bailey. So a little handoff to his brother there, and it goes back to the 45. And so Norwell turns it over on downs. Mac will get one more crack at it. Only going to get a couple plays off likely.
Tackle made by the Braves, 37, Corey Backover.
Just great game by Norwell. They've took control early, didn't look back.
Right.
I mean, really no reason to look back.
All right, Bo, just got a score update. Sorry to interrupt you. Cadets just marched 92 yards in 13 plays, 6:44 to go, and it's 14-0 Cadets. So that is looking like that will be the opponent for Norwell next week, and it will be a rematch of a semifinal showdown from a season ago at Zollner Stadium.
And Zollner Stadium had some upgrades during
Turf.
the offseason, too. So they got turf. They have a nice big video board.
Uh-oh, here comes another trick play. Oh, wide open, and it's caught inside the 20. Carter Little throws a touchdown pass to Jared Blake, much to the delight of the Brave fans that made the trip.
Yeah, well, good for them, really. I mean, I'm not saying that sarcastically. That's end the season on somewhat of a better note than walking out with this bitter taste in your mouth. But
so
clock will probably run out before you can do much more.
It was not Nolan Kelly that gets the touchdown pass. Carter Little actually is going to end up.
Oh, look at this.
With, listen to this, Bo. The running back is going to have as many touchdown passes as the quarterback in this season.
Wow.
For Maconaquah. Both of them are going to end the season with 3. Wow. So here comes the extra point. That is good. It's tacked on by a senior in the face of Richie Leary, who has made 64 of his last 65 extra points. So Maconaquah is going to have to kick it off here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the clock stopped.
Right, so as we kind of finish off our broadcast here, this has been a fun season to watch, and it's not over yet for Norwell. They have, they really, as much as they're 10-1, and it's hard to say, well, how could you not, whatever. Norwell hasn't met any of its goals yet. Did not win a conference title, haven't won a sectional title yet, and that is on the table and on the docket next week.
Definitely is, and, looking forward to next week, as we talked about Zollner getting those upgrades, but nevertheless, looks like maybe upper 60s, mid-60s.
I know, it's going to be
towards the end of next week. So that's going to be, man, early November football and mid-60s. Who would have guessed? I mean, most of the time, it's snowing.
That can be brutal. That can be a brutal week. Wait, you think back to years in past, or
I remember
the last time they won a sectional. In fact, it was at Columbia City, and it was about 20 degrees in that game. So
that'd be 2014, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. I would be a freshman that year, and
it was a fun year.
I remember we went actually to the Plex South in Fort Wayne to
That's
practice.
right. That's right.
So we could practice on at least some turf because it was just 20 degrees outside, and you're just going to get more guys injured than you will anything. But yeah, I mean, it was brutal.
Richie Leary kicks it away, bounces toward the sideline.
And his
knee is taken.
That's okay.
That will end the ball game, and Norwell will win this game 49-7. It's not a lot of trouble tonight. Maconaquah gets a trick play, gimmick play, touchdown as really on the last offensive play of the game. And that will bring a conclusion to our broadcast. So we expect Norwell to be taking on Concordia next week. We will be there live from Zollner Stadium. And again, it's been a pleasure to cover this season with you here on Wells County Voice. Bo, Norwell wins big and a huge victory for the Knights.
Yeah, I mean, it really was a big win for the Knights. Like I said, they controlled the tone of the game early. It started up front with the big boys and on both sides of the ball. They did a really nice job of just taking control and not looking back, as I said. It's always nice to hear these Knights singing the school song to end a game. We've heard it now. What is that? What does that make them? 10-1?
10-1.
Yeah. So look forward to next week with you, Derek, and look forward to the game with Concordia be a big matchup.
That wraps things up here tonight. Norwell beats Maconaquah 49-7, ending Maconaquah's season at 5-4. Knights are 10-1, expecting to play Concordia on the road next week from Zollner Stadium on the north side of Fort Wayne. We'll be live with you here to bring you the broadcast next Friday night at 7 o'clock. And that'll wrap things up. On behalf of my partner, Christian Bohada, and our owners, Scott and Dale Menser, this is Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast on the Voice Enterprises. Remember, none of this would be possible without the support of our sponsors. Please take time to tell them thank you and use their services whenever possible. Join us again next time on WellsCountyVoice.com.